In this video, you'll learn how to quickly set up and monitor ports in SL1, helping you stay ahead of network issues and ensure critical connections stay secure and healthy. You'll learn how to create port monitors, track port status through events and metrics, and get alerted to problems before they affect users. It's a practical way to boost uptime, improve troubleshooting, and gain visibility into your network infrastructure. Save time, reduce guesswork, and keep your systems running smoothly. Let's start by going into Discovery. Select System, Manage, Classic Discovery, then click Create. In the Discovery Session Editor, the key setting for discovering your ports is the detection method import. By default, SL1 checks ports 21, 22, 23, 80, and 136. You can also select additional ports or add custom ports if needed. To add a custom port that's not listed, navigate to System, Customize, TCP/IP ports. In this example, I want to monitor port 1555. I'm going to search to make sure there isn't an entry for that port already. I'm going to create new port 1555. Enter the port number and save the entry. Return to the Discovery session and your new port is now available to be discovered. There are two main system processes that support port discovery and monitoring. Let's navigate to System, Settings, Admin Processes. First is Discovery Nightly Update. This process scans data collectors each day to locate ports beyond the 5 default ports and any listening ports on the devices being managed by the collector. It will update the inventory with any new ports that are discovered. The other process is Data Collection, TCP Port Monitor. Once you establish a port monitor, this process will check the availability of the port every 5 minutes. Mine is currently set to 1 minute for this demonstration, but by default, this will be 5 minutes. The results will trend in a graph on the device. Let's take a look at the device in this example. Select Devices. Select the device, the Settings tab, and click Edit. There are a couple of settings related to ports. First, Daily Port Scans. By default, this is enabled and it will scan the device for open ports every day and look for new ports. You can toggle this off and on by checking or unchecking the box. You can also manage this in bulk via Device Template. Under the Ports tab, you'll see an inventory of the open ports on the device. If the default method was used to discover the device, it will only look for the 5 default ports, 21, 22, 23, 80, and 136. So if you only discover it using the default method, you may not see all your ports here. You can check back the next day and you may see other ports that are listening that are outside the 5 defaults. If you'd like to see all ports that have been discovered and inventoried at a global level, go to Registry, Networks, IP ports. This registry will show all ports that have been discovered across all devices. From this screen, you can search for specific ports and see the devices that have that port open. There are 3 ways to create port monitors in SL1. First is from the device level. Go Devices, select a device, and click the Monitors tab. If you don't see the tab, go to More and make sure the star is selected. From the Monitors tab, select Create and create a TCP/IP port policy. This will allow you to create a port monitor on any of the discovered ports shown on the top section. It will also show a list of other ports, but they aren't listening on this device. Select a discovered port and save. Once the window is closed, you will see your port monitor for the selected port. Click on the graph. Under the Performance tab, you will see TCP/IP port monitors. You can expand that and see your port monitor. There's no data now, but you can check back after it's collected. Next is from the IP ports registry. Go to Registry, Networks, IP ports. From the registry, filter for a port. Select Devices and create monitors in bulk. And lastly, using a device template. Go to Devices, Templates. Click Create. Create a template. Port policies. And add a port policy. It's important to apply the template to a device group with matching port listeners. You don't want to apply the policy to a device that doesn't have the port listening. select the port, save the template. Once it's created, you can apply it to a single device or a device group. To assign to a device group, go Devices, Device Groups, click Create. In this example, I'll create a new device group. I'll name it and set the visibility to config policies and bulkhead it. I'll add a dynamic rule that will look for open TCP ports. I'll pick my port and it will automatically show the devices that have that port open. In this case, it's just one device. Save the device group. Now that there's a template and device group, the template can be assigned to the group. Go to the device group, click on the bulk device configuration icon. Apply the template. From the Port Policy tab, you can verify the port. Click Apply. It will show the number of port monitors and the number of devices. Click Confirm. Each method gives you flexibility based on the scale and scope of your monitoring needs. To view your port monitors at a global level, go to Registry, Monitors, TCP IP ports. You'll see a registry of the port monitors that were created, all created using the 3 different methods we reviewed. With port monitors in place, we can see the data that is being gathered. Go to Devices, select the device. Select the performance metrics, TCP IP port monitors. We see that we now have data that the monitor is listening. From my Windows server, I'm going to stop the DNS server service. First, from a PowerShell command, we can see that the port is listening on this server. Now, I'll stop the service. And in the PowerShell command, we no longer see the port listed. This will generate an event. While we wait for the event to occur, let's look at 2 event policies that support port monitors. A major severity event for when the port is not responding, and a healthy event for when it starts responding again. Let's navigate to events to see it occur. Go to Events. I'll filter with the word port. Here's the trigger for the port not being available. Now I'll go back to the Windows server and I'll start the DNS server service. From the PowerShell command, we can see that it's listening. We now see that the major event has been replaced with the healthy event. You can go back to your device and select the Performance Metrics tab. Select the port. The metrics show that the port went offline and is now back online. To recap, we covered how to discover ports, create port monitors at both the device and global level, and analyze port activity through events and metrics. With these tools in place, you can proactively monitor critical ports, quickly respond to outages, and ensure greater visibility across your network.